video is on the Hinge Theorem, and I'm using the back of your book once again on page 905, looking at 5.6, numbers 43 and following. And the Hinge Theorem says that if you have two triangles with congruent sides, as you open up the angle, the included angle, that would be the angle between the two sides, you get a larger side across from it. Okay, now it has to be the included angle that we're talking about here, though. Okay, because PQ and ML are congruent, and RQ and MN are congruent, as this angle opens up, the side gets larger. So it asks you the question, which is larger? Is LN larger than PR or smaller? And it's larger because the angle across from it is larger. Oops. Okay. Now here we have one side marked VS is congruent to U, and mine seems to go off the page. I'm not really sure why it seems to be doing that. Okay, UT are congruent, but also SU is congruent to SU. So the included angle is these two angles, or are the included angles are those two angles. And we're trying to find out if VU is larger or smaller than ST. Because 58 is less than 63, VU is going to be smaller than ST. Okay, and looking at the last one, again we have congruent sides. WY is congruent to itself, and YZ and YX are congruent to each other. Now this is going to be the Hinge theorem in reverse, because this is the lower number, this is the smaller angle. So this is asking the measure of WYX. WYX is going to be larger because of the larger number than WYZ. Okay. Using the same theorem, we have congruent sides again. This is congruent to this, and this side is congruent to this side. And since these are across from a congruent side, since that side is congruent to itself, then the angles must also be congruent. So this is equal. (47). We have two congruent triangles here by side angle side. So JK must be congruent to MN. We also can look at these two congruent sides, and these are two congruent angles, so they must be equal. Okay, here we have two congruent sides, two sets of congruent sides, and the included angle is 90 degrees here, so DE must be larger than BC because that's 65 degrees.